Bravo 6. Going dark.
Giant touchdown. Fabinho onto it quickly.
Bulvinaki gamers and non-gamers, good evening, welcome to the show. I'm Jane.
Hi guys, I'm Za.
And you're watching
Gladstone
Gaming.
We have some awesome, fantastic, fantabulous stuff for you today.
Jeepers. Anyways, yes, we have game trailers, gaming news, and some gaming tips coming up on the show this evening.
Right.
Oh, and I also heard you tried a cool new game that you're going to talk about a little later on.
Yes, but we'll talk about that a little later. First of all, let's talk about fighting games.
Anything with violence, I kinda like on the down low. Violent type of games.
Violence?
Yeah.
Well, you
Why?
know, fighting games is one of those video game genres. It's like based around close combat. You know, like you have limited amount of characters, like Mortal Kombat or Tekken, and you fight until one person is defeated or until the time runs out. That kind of game.
Yes, I guess my first ever close combat game was Street Fighter and Tekken. Now this is what made me really like close combat games, and it moved on to movies as well. And
right.
Remember you could play in those arcade machines that used to stay outside of those shops.
Right.
And you would just slot in like 20 cents, probably like a little kick on the side,
Yeah.
and then you'll.
Just gotta wait for it to start.
Exactly, and you match against your friends. Absolutely amazing.
Man, trues up. So wait, what's your favorite fighting game of all time?
Ooh, that's a hard one. But ever since my best friend Marianikini introduced me to Mortal Kombat, I've been hooked. All right, now staying late up doing sleepovers, to finish challenges on it. I was Noob Saibot, and she was Kitana. Fun times. Shout out to Marianikini, mom of two, and she's still shredding it on MK.
Nice. And me myself, I used to love playing Def Jam. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's an old game. But man, it's really fun, and it's like a street fighting game. But the cool thing about it is that it's got so many singers in it. They've got Snoop Dogg, Sean Paul, Exhibit, and you actually get to fight all of them. And I used to play that for hours and hours.
Yeah,
man.
I remember Def Jam released when we were still on PS2, was it?
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to talk about fighting games today is I think I found a really cool game that most of you guys could actually play. It's called Brawlhalla. Check it out. Brawlhalla, like many fighting games, give players a choice of playable characters before each round. These characters, known in the game as legends, are all unique in both their stat and weapon combinations. Presuming the player in a game of Brawlhalla all choose different legends, this means that from the very start of the game, each player will have different options available to them.
Three, two, one, brawl!
In most of Brawlhalla's game modes, the goal is to knock one's opponent off the stage, comparable to Super Smash Bros. This can be done by damaging them repeatedly. Damage can be seen on the color display around the opponent's character icon, which goes from white to red to black as the player continues to get hit. The closer the color is to red, the farther the player will be knocked back, until eventually getting knocked out. Getting knocked out off stage will result in the player losing a life. Either the last player standing, the one who still has a life left, or the player with the most points wins the match. The game supports both local and online play. Competitive players can compete on a one-on-one to climb through the rankings. They can also find partners to play against other duos to increase their collaborative rank. This game was released on Microsoft Windows, Mac OS and PlayStation 4 on October 17, 2017. It has gotten a lot of fame since then and was also released on November 6, 2018 on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. And just recently on August 6, 2020, it was also released on Android and iOS platforms.
Ooh, my hands are getting itchy to play that game. Looks fun.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds. Anyways, but yeah, I tried it out and it's really fun. But you know, I tried it on PS4.
Yeah.
But guess what? I just got some news that it also released on Android and iOS just like a month ago.
Yeah.
It's really cool and I'm really excited. I'm gonna get it on my phone too.
Yeah, also good thing it doesn't take up too much data to download.
No, it doesn't.
Anyways, stay where you are because after this we're gonna be diving into some close combat games with Tony.
Ooh.